Deputy Premier Mr. Opening. The previous speaker argument and short review your upcoming speech. Prayer is not something that is written on the stone and cannot be changed forever at any cost, because by the following of time, prayer and can be transformed into a better new one when the previous view is considered to be no longer valid to expiate the standard of welfare, in which we believe the standard that should be used by rational authority, in universal standard of welfare that can be implemented to everyone without inflicting any harm and the right violation to the society rather than personal feel of certain communal. Philo is very subjective and mostly based on irrationality, so that is why we still strongly believe if it is okay for the government to enforce this winning regulation in order to change the previous fate of the society, who believe that it is okay to harm yourself as long as you can get the definition of happiness under you subject irrational standard. A deputy premier minister of the affirmative side of the house, I have 2 points of content that I'm going to analyze. Point 1. For the purpose of the harm and benefit analysis, allowing a society harmful personal choice would only shift the perspective of the society to consider an irrational process of decision, the harm yourself, as an acceptable populist field. Point 2. From the perspective of harm and benefit analysis, government has the obligation to advancing society change to a better cause, the prefer of more protection of human rights rather than letting the society of the feel happy by harming their basic rights and expecting to society to realize about this wrong decision and to change this followed someday, which only good knows when. Rebuttal. But before I move on to my first point of contention, let's see first the argument that has been delivered by the leader of the opposition seat of the House. I have 2 major points of rebuttal. Point 1. The leader of opposition believes that imposing banning smoking and threatening to put people in jail if they bait the law is backstabbing with the people of democracy, that rapes and the difference of faith among the society to this which right and the personal choice right to the more important to prioritize to and exhibit the standard of welfare. In the first place, the definition of right and welfare should be universal and not relative to certain individual or community. Its will be the obligation of the government to ensure that everyone can enjoy their right equally, because equality is one of the most important qualification and requirements of a good democratic country, sane and the community country should be able to ensure that everyone could get an equal treatment in front of the law. Thus, a universal standard on the definition of a fluid performance that shall accommodate then validate the needs of the people in a level of society should be considered for the sake of the society. The generalization of view about the standard of welfare and human rights violation is extremely important to be made in a uniform way to ensure that appropriate measure of settlement toward certain issues in the culture and society can be easily performed. In that a democratic country is established on the diversity of values among the society and is the good preliminary step to standard a democratic country. But, later on, when this democratic system has already been developing, the ensuring the stability and sustainability of a democratic country.